In this video, we're going to talk about subprime auto loans, how it's bad for the consumer, how it's bad for the dealer. It's a lose-lose situation. I'm Nick Francis, Modern Day Dealer. If you want to make money in the car business, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you never miss a new video. We're talking about never get an auto loan. This is a serious topic, really. Wasn't even going to talk about this or make a video about it, but something came up the other day. A friend of mine, his niece had a problem. He says, got a loan on a car, shouldn't have got. This happens all the time. Subprime, dealers, banks, loans. This particular situation, boyfriend, girlfriend, in their 20s, the boyfriend got the girlfriend to sign on a car note. This happens in the dealerships all the time. I mean, it's bad practice. It's bad dealer, bad loaning. I mean, for every kind of reason, and especially you're hurting the consumer. It doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't even really help the dealer. You don't need car loans. They're not good. It's something that as a culture, I think we need to get away from. Just pay for the cars. But I want to talk about this particular example because this happens every day.
Yeah, I hate banks. In fact, we call them banksters. They're not helping anybody. They're really not helping the consumer at all. They're preying on them, especially subprime lenders. We'll talk about the auto because you're constantly seeing that in the headlines now, right? You're seeing that the banks are getting out. Why? Because they think they overloaned on a bunch of cars.
Boyfriend took off, girlfriend was left with the car note signed. So first of all, you don't sign on anybody's car notes. The dealer sells this two young couple a 2016 F-150, and this was within the last 12 months. So this is not old, and they had to go to a subprime lender, which is like CAC, Credit Acceptance, Westlake. There's tons of them out there that the dealers will try to sell your note to get the thing financed, which the subprime lender takes a serious cut. That's where I'm saying it's not good for the dealer.
Subprime loans are basically high risk loans, where they're loaning to you with, iffy payback schedule, and they really do prey on people. They put it out there so far. They're playing on you not making the payment. They're just basically fleecing you. So I mean that's probably the biggest reason I hate it, because they're hurting the people. You're not helping the people. You're just preying on them. It's legal loan sharking is what it is, and they got it down to a science.
Or the situation, it's very irritating. I'm not sure what the car payment, what the size of the actual car payment itself is, but I do know that there's a credit union I buy some cars from. Their average used car payment is over $800 a month. I mean, which just is craziness. But this particular Ford F-150, which I believe is one of the highest repossessed cars in the country, they stopped making the payment because they couldn't afford it. They broke up. The boyfriend takes the truck, and the girlfriend's on the hook. Now, mind you, she's a 25-year-old girl that only makes $1,800 a month. She can barely afford to have home, let alone pay. There's no way in the world she should have been able to sign on it. Nothing, especially for somebody else. It's not even for her. So come to find out, the boyfriend stops making payments on it. The loaning company subprime tries to collect from her. Obviously, it's going to ruin her credit. She don't have the money. She don't have the truck. Don't know where it is. The sad thing is, the loan amount that's due is $50,000. I mean, when I saw that, I was just blown away. I know what goes on out there, but this is private knowledge. A 25-year-old girl that makes $1,600 a month owes $50,000 on a truck that's a 2016, God knows how many miles are on. Who knows what it is? The truck, one of my guys just bought one at the auction. Very similar truck, maybe 2 years older, but same truck. We paid $3,200 for the truck. So, I mean, there's a big difference between $50,000 and $3,000.
Most of the car dealers are trying to sell cars that are in that price range where consumers need loans, right? So, and 80% of them need a subprime loan. So I mean they're chasing that market. They're burying people in these subprime loans. It's horrible. I mean, the real answer to it is stop getting loans. Let's start with stop getting car loans.
Do you have a car loan? Are you upside down? I want to know about it. Put in the comments. We've all done it. I've done it. I mean, it's not good. So now what happens, right? They ruins her credit. The truck's out for repossession. It's going to go, eventually it'll get picked up. But they're going to try to collect from the young girl that signed on it. I don't like any of it. If you're going to be buying a car, and that's what I'm kind of going off about, don't do that. Pay cash for a car. Buy something you can afford. And it doesn't mean if you got $5,000, go and spend $5,000 on a car. It means that you can probably buy a decent car for $3,000, and you got some money to fix it, get it nice, insurance. There's a lot of cost that goes into it. Pay for a car. Save. You're better off just making yourself a little car payment every month and upgrading if you want a nicer car, especially a daily driver. A $50,000 car is not a daily driver. I've said this before, you can buy a car for $12,000 or under that's very nice. I mean, I do it all the time. I buy $3,000 cars and drive them for a year. You can do that. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.